Hi, I just wanted to offer some help with surface area of triangular prisms because after looking at the results from the PlayPosit, I feel like this is something that's some of you are really struggling with. So I'm going to add a video that goes with the worksheet for Wednesday's work here and maybe just do one more example with you and see. Actually, I'm going to do two examples, so I'll try to make it short though. So let's look at this example here, and we are going to find the surface area. And I'm going to do this since based on the results that I saw from the PlayPosit, most people are just finding the areas of each part and then adding them together. So I'm going to make a plan. And so I'm going to start by taking this top face here, which is the triangle, because this triangular prism is facing the correct way. Its top is a triangle and its bottom is a triangle. So I'm going to recreate that and draw that shape. So that will be a triangle. Its shortest side is 12. And then this side over here is 13. And then this side here isn't marked, but if I look straight down, I can see it's 14.2. It's also telling us that the height of this triangle, and I'm really bad at drawing this line, I'm sorry, is 12 centimeters. So it's obviously not drawn to scale because I don't think the height and the base look like the same. But there's the triangle that is on the top of the prism. Now there's two triangles like that, so there's another one that's identical to it on the base. So with a height of 12 and a bottom of 12 here. Okay, so that's the top. Here's the top. Here's the bottom of our prism. Now we just need to do the lateral sides. The lateral sides are rectangles. Now there's going to be a rectangle back here in this back corner. It has to be attached to this side of the triangle, going straight down and hitting the base of the triangle. And it'll be attached to this side also. That's what's going to make it a solid figure. So I know that there is a rectangle that is on this side here. So it's going to be 12. It comes down 5, because that's this dimension here, this 5, goes all the way around the triangular prism. So it's 5, and it's 12 down here and 5. So that was 12 centimeters by 5 centimeters. So that's the one in the back. Then there'll be another one here in the back on this side that goes down here, down this 5, comes around the base of that 13 centimeter side, comes up the height here of the prism and across the top here and touches on this side. So that means the dimensions of that rectangle would be 5, and then its longer side is 13. So 5 by 13. And these are all centimeters. And then finally I have the face in the front that's facing me, the easy one, right? It goes across this 14.2, down 5, over 14.2, and up 5. So if you look, there's 3 rectangles that make the lateral faces, and all of them have a height of 5 because that is the height of the prism. And then the other dimension of the rectangle is one of the 3 sides of the triangle. So one of the sides of the triangle is 12, the other side of the triangle is 13, and the last side is 14.2. And so all 3 of those sides are part of one or each of the rectangles, and all the rectangles have the same height because that's the height of the prism. All right, now be careful because the 12 that's inside this triangle is different than the 12 down here. Don't get those confused. So now I just need to find the area of all 5 of these things. So I'm going to do that now. So I have found the area of each of the 5 faces. The area for the triangle, I use the triangle formula. Half times base times height. So 72 centimeters squared. The other triangle is identical. The top and bottom are identical, so I got the same answer, 72 centimeters squared. For the rectangular faces, to find the area, I just do base times height. So I had 60, 65, and 71 centimeters squared. So now that I found all the areas, the last thing I have to do is add them together. So there's the top is 72. The red rectangle in the back was 60. The blue rectangle in the back corner was 65. The front green rectangle was 71. The bottom triangle is also 72. I add these 5 together, 340 centimeters squared. So that's how you do it. Now, as you can see from my screen, there's a lot of work to be done to get this answer. I know that can feel overwhelming, but just break it apart piece by piece, and this is something you can definitely do. So here we are at the worksheet for Wednesday. I'm going to zoom this in, and we're just going to look at number 1. This time you can see that the triangle is facing us. For this example, I am going to, rather than breaking it up into pieces, I am going to use the formula. If you remember how I said before, the 5 rectangular faces are made up of, one of the dimensions is always one side of the triangle, and the other dimension is the height of the prism. So using that fact, another way to do that is to use the perimeter of the triangle and then use that times the height of the triangle. And that will give you all 3 of those rectangular faces as one measurement. And then you would just add 2 times the area of the base, since there are 2 triangles. So we're going to use this formula this time. The P refers to the The P is the perimeter of the base, or the triangle here, because there's a triangular prism. The H is the height of the prism itself. And the B, the capital B here, is the area of the triangle, or the area of the base. So we're going to find all of those dimensions, and then we're going to use the formula. So perimeter is adding the 3 sides together, and in this case the 3 sides of the triangle are 10 and 10, it's isosceles, and the base is 12. So that means the perimeter equals 32 centimeters. Inches. There you go. So now we found the perimeter. The area of the base, the area of this triangle, you would need to find the area of a triangle. That's half times the base of the triangle times the height. Well, the base of this triangle is 12, and the height of the triangle is the height that's inside the triangle itself is 8. So that's 8. So that means I would do a half times 12, which is the part where the height of the triangle is sitting on, times 8. And that equals 48, right? Yeah, inches squared. So that's your big B for your formula. Now I just need the height of the prism. So the height of the prism is the distance between the triangles. In this case, the height of this prism is not 8. The height of the prism is 14, because it's how far apart the 2 triangles are. Since the triangle is facing us, this means this prism is laying on its side. So the height of this prism is 14 inches. So now I have all the pieces that I need, and I can fill in the formula. I have the perimeter is 32. H, the height of the prism, is 14. Plus 2, I'm always doubling the area because there's 2 triangles. And big B stands for the area, which is 48. So I have 32 times 14 is 448, and 2 times 48 is 96. So add those together and I get 544 inches squared. So that would be how you would use the formula. So that's another option in finding surface area. So in this assignment for Wednesday, there is this worksheet, and then there is also the answer key to the worksheet. You'll notice this worksheet goes 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. I deleted out the middle 6. The middle 3 for 2 reasons. 1, to reduce the number of problems you had to do, and 2, to give you more space on the paper to be able to show your work. When you check the answer key, you will notice that there are answers for all 6 of the prisms. So make sure you are matching up correctly which number that you did so that you can check the right answer. Okay, well, I hope that seeing these 2 ways of doing the problem, I'm sorry the video was 10 minutes, but I think that hopefully it helped you and that you're able to just see that you have 2 options in finding the surface area, and hopefully one of the 2 options is viable for you. Thank you.